Okay, on this particular session, I'm going to walk through problem number 10 from exam 2. So I'm going to pick some annotation tool for myself to work on. Also make it a very thin line. Use perhaps a blue color. It's more pleasant to look at. Okay, here we're just simply saying the fixed cost is $100 for the problem, and then marginal cost is given, and you need to fill in all the rest of them. We know fixed cost stays fixed. Doesn't matter what your output rates are. So at 0 production it'll be $100. At 1 production it'll be $100. At 2 production it'll be 100. 3 it'll be 100. 4 it would be 100. 5 would be 100. 6 it would be 100. But the total variable cost does vary. When you produce 0, there is nothing varying. When you produce 1, it costs you $40 to produce that. That's the additional cost of producing 1. Marginal cost by definition is the extra cost of making extra unit. So I produce 1 extra, it cost me 40, so that's a variable cost. So my total variable cost so far is $40. When I start producing the second one, my total start going up. For 2 units together, now I got 40 plus 30. So I got a total variable cost of $70. Then I got 30 plus another 20. So my total variable when I produce 3 units would be $90. Then another 40, so that would be 130. Then another 70, so that should be a 200. Then another $100 for the last piece. So that would be 300 in total. So this is the total variable cost. This is simply a cumulative number of all the marginal costs really. That's all it is. And the total cost by definition is both fixed and variable. So here it is $100. And here it becomes 140. Here it becomes 170 because 100 plus 90 right there, right? So similarly 100 plus 90, so it'll be 190. Here will be 230. Here will be 300. Here it will be 400. So what's the average fixed cost? Well, when I produce 1 unit, my fixed cost is $100. My number of unit I produce is 1. So divide 1, that would be exactly $100. But when I start producing 2 units, I'm spreading the $100 fixed cost over 2 units. So now it starts becoming 50. When I produce 3 units, then I spread it over 3, so it's 33.3. And next one, on 4 unit, it would be $25 per piece. On 5 unit, it would be $20 per piece. And 6 unit, it would be like $16 per piece, something like that. Average variable cost, once again, this is total fixed cost divided by, let's call the output as Q, divide Q, right? Average variable cost is the same concept, total variable cost divided by Q. So when I produce 1, my total variable cost is 40. That divided by 1 should be basically, on an average, it cost me $40 to produce 1 unit. When I produced 2 units, I had $70, right? So $70 in total variable cost divided by 2 units should give me about $35 on an average. And it'll go on and on. Similarly, we'll go to 30, and then go to 32.5, then it goes to 40, then it goes to 50, which is $300 in variable cost divided by 6 units. As you can see, it has this curve. It starts coming down and then start going up. This typical, the U-shaped curve for the average variable cost. Same with the marginal cost curve that comes down and goes up. Marginal cost typically does this routine. we're all familiar with. An average total cost is basically taking the total cost divided by Q. The same thing, you can fill in those numbers anyway. So now, well, let's just do the total cost too. So initially it's $100. When I produce 1 unit, my total cost would be total cost is 140. So average total cost for 1 unit is 140. So that would be just exactly 140. Then it would go down to 85. Then it would go down to 63. Then it will go down to 57, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what is the question asked here now below? So consider the cost information presented above. If this firm can sell each unit of the output it produces for 60, so we're basically saying, hey, marginal revenue of selling each additional unit is $60, and how many units would you produce to maximize its profit or minimize its losses? Well, the cardinal principle is marginal revenue equals marginal cost is where we stop. So I got to see where my marginal cost is $60, right? My marginal cost is 40 here, 30 here, 20 here. So my marginal revenue is 60. My marginal cost is 20. So it makes profit. Here my marginal cost is 40, marginal revenue is 60. I'm still making profit, so I'll do this too. I'll do this one. Here my marginal cost is 70, but the revenue is only $60, so I will not do this one. So I probably would stop like right here. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4th unit. That would be the 4th unit. This is where I would stop. And I will produce it at a marginal cost. The last one, the 4th unit, cost $40. But 4 units together cost a total fixed cost of 100, variable cost of 130, or a total cost of $230 is what the cost is. So 4 units total cost is $230. What is the 4 units revenue? Revenue. How much is that? That is equal to 4 times, we said each unit brings about $60 in revenue. So times 60, that's about $240. So my profit would be equal to total revenue minus total cost, that is 240 minus 230 equals $10. So how many units would you produce here? That would be 4 units. And how much profit would you make? That's about $10. That's the answer. Hopefully this one makes sense to you guys.